the best ways to see compassion in action is through the example of engaging it in our romantic and sexual relationships. We can use the lessons we learn in these relationships and apply them to all of our interactions. We've all been hurt before. You likely have touched your soft spot, your bodhicitta, when you open your heart to someone else and were ultimately disappointed. When you do get hurt, it's habitual to try to cover over your open heart. In other words, you close yourself off to others. You shut yourself off from feeling vulnerable and attempt not to get hurt again. After some time, we all do heal, and more often than not, we once again strive again to reopen our heart. There's a level of joy that comes from connecting with other people in this way that we don't want to miss out on. Wanting to be in love is natural to the human experience. We all want to love. We love love. However, its highs are dizzying, its lows traumatic enough that we want to rid them from our memory. It almost seems counterintuitive to try to reach contentment and equanimity in our life, while also cultivating this roller coaster of emotions. So, do we have anyone here who's in a long-term relationship? Yeah, okay, a few people. Let's talk about that. I am too. I told her she couldn't come down tonight. She's actually upstairs. That way I could be really candid about all of her quirks. I'm kidding. All of her quirks are lovely. When you offer your love to a partner, at first it's very exploratory. You're curious about your partner. You want to know more about their past, their family, and their odd little habits. You try new food at their suggestion, go to unfamiliar places, and it's all very exciting. You begin to learn all sorts of things about your partner. Elizabeth's favorite type of ice cream is chocolate, and her favorite show is Gossip Girl. She dresses in this way and likes those sorts of people and never drinks that sort of soft drink. At some point, these aspects of your partner are likable, but they are not necessarily new and exciting anymore. You do not apply the same level of curiosity as you once did to the relationship, since you already know so much about your lover. Later on down the road, you might just stop being curious about your partner altogether. So, one thing that I had been thinking about when I was writing this book, and I still believe in, is that curiosity is a form of compassion. Particularly when it comes to love. Particularly when it comes to spending a lot of time with someone and recognizing that they change. So, we know we change, right? We're not the same person we were last year or the year before. We have new hobbies, our bodies change, all sorts of things come up. Our basic set of wisdom, what we know, what we like, what we dislike, all these things are constantly shifting. And yet, if we're in a long-term relationship with someone, we sometimes forget that that happens to them too. Right? We think that they're the same dependable person that we always have seen, and they're solid and fixed. And to get to what Laura was saying before, when that happens, fixed expectations start to get involved. We stop becoming so curious. And because we have so many fixed expectations about who we think we're spending our time with, we think that they owe us something other than just genuine love and honesty. Right? So as Laura was pointing out, there's positive expectations. Certain things that, in order to be in a relationship with someone, we would expect them to treat us with respect, certain things like that. But then there's another layer, where all of a sudden it becomes always. So, you don't draft a contract or divvy up who does what, but at the same time you begin to believe that your partner owes you certain things. Those certain things extend beyond just loving you and being open and honest with you. A dangerous word starts to get used, always. You always get home first. Why didn't you call if you knew you were going to be late? You always leave the laundry for me to fold. Why can't you fold it too? You always say that when I want to try something new. When the expectations in a relationship get too fixed, they create the same destructive power as stuck emotions. Like stuck emotions, fixed expectations drag us down, causing doubt and anxiety to fill our beings. We begin to close off our heart and fend for ourselves instead of being available to hear our partner out. We stray from the quality of unconditional open-heartedness that makes us want to help the people we love, even at our own expense. We are turning away from our bodhicitta, shutting down our ability to act in a compassionate manner. When you see yourself starting to stray from compassion activity, you know your relationship is in trouble. So we have two routes forward at that point, in my humble opinion. One is to continue on that and basically what we're doing at that point is setting ourselves up for a breakup. We're basically saying, I'm no longer open to who you are. The other route is actually taking that same curiosity that we had when we first encountered this person, reconnecting to that, and applying that curiosity as a form of compassion to our loved one. So that we're seeing them with fresh eyes, and really seeing them for who they are, and allowing them to actually feel that warmth and open-heartedness. So that bodhicitta can actually overpower whatever obstacles may come up. Now, obviously there are times when major obstacles happen and relationships fall apart, but as a general rule, the more we're actually just fully open with the person that we're spending our time with, the better, right?